Okay, in today's sessions we'll discuss about the styling in the React JS. Okay, but before start the styling concept in the React JS, you all knows the CSS. What are the different ways we can implement the CSS in web page? What are the different ways we can implement CSS in the web page?
Using style attribute, then using style tag, and another file of CSS. Three ways.
Using style attribute. Okay. Second option.
Using style tag in the head.
Okay. So that is called a which type of CSS? If I'm using CSS style attribute, that is called which type of CSS? And if I'm
Inline.
inline CSS. Okay, so we can implement the CSS in the that is called the inline CSS. Second one, what is it?
External.
External.
Internal CSS.
Internal CSS. Okay. The same as in React also we can implement all the different type of a CSS. Okay. So we can use the a CSS in the React JS like a inline CSS. Then we can implement the a CSS that is like a internal CSS, inline CSS, external CSS. We can implement in the a CSS. So there are different ways to a style React component. Different ways to style a React component. Components. Okay. So we can use the different ways, and that we are going to discuss it here. Okay. What are the different ways we can make the a styling in the a React component? Then this module we need to talk about the inline styling, JavaScript object styling. Also JavaScript object through also we can make the a styling. CSS styling we can implement it, and CSS module styling also we can implement it. Also nowadays you guys you maybe heard it also, the SAS extension is also coming. SAS extension से भी तुम CSS implement कर सकते हो. SCSS extension is there. जैसे हम लोग CSS यूज करते हैं तो उसका extension .css रहता है. So we can also use the a SCSS. Okay, SAS extension. Okay, so we can implement it. So there are different ways we can implement the a styling concept in the a CSS. But before that we need to create the a project here. npx create react.
Bootstrap भी apply कर सकते हैं.
Sorry.
Bootstrap भी apply कर सकते हैं.
हाँ, bootstrap that will come later. Okay, bootstrap concept. Okay, bootstrap also we can use it.
Okay.
npx create react app, react style demo. Okay, after created project, we'll move to the project folder. src, we have the default component that is app component. So now we just have to remove this code, and I'm going to define the a div element here, and then I need to write the h1 element. In the h1 element, I'm going to use the a inline CSS. And inline CSS how we use? By using the a style attribute. Okay, using the style attribute through we can implement the a inline CSS. So here we need to write. But whenever we are using style attribute, okay, in React.js, we need to represent with the like a double curly bracket. And inside the double curly bracket, we have to define the property and the value we need to write it like color, colon, and value whenever we are giving. So we have to put in the like a quotation, either single quotations or double quotation through we need to represent it. Then here we need to write the message, welcome to React.js styling component. Now this is we are implementing, that is called the like a inline CSS we are using it. So let's execute this application. So we have to write npm start. Look it. So this is nothing but a inline CSS which we implemented here. Okay, as it is जैसे हम लोग CSS में use करते हैं. Okay, so using the like a style attribute through we need to represent it. But always you have to define the like a property with the like a double curly bracket through you need to represent it using style attribute. Okay. But whenever we have the like a property is a single word property. Okay. So then in CSS if you go, so we directly write the property name and the value we are writing it. Let's suppose for example, if you have a like a two words like a property in the CSS, like background color, font size. Okay, these are the properties are two words property. But in CSS, whenever we are writing, how to write it? We are writing background hyphen color. Then we write the like a font hyphen size. We write like this in CSS, the property, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But in React, we don't have to write like this. Okay, if you are using with the like a React component, any property, the how to represent it, you have to write the like a second word first letter will be capital. Don't give the like a hyphen symbol. अगर तुम directly CSS use कर रहे हो, CSS file use कर रहे हो, then you can write it. But inside the component, if you are defining it using the like a style attribute or any like a object through if you are representing it, so you don't need to give the like a hyphen, background hyphen color, you don't have to write it, or font hyphen size, you don't have to write it. Then how to write it? Simply you have to write like a like this, you need to write it. Okay, the second word first letter will be capital. Always we have to define the property like this. Okay, you don't need to define like a hyphen through. This is like a inline CSS. Second option, that is called the like a JavaScript object. Okay, JavaScript object, how to create it? How to create the JavaScript object? Who can say? How to create JavaScript object?
Keyword object.
We need to define the either const, var or let keyword. Then we have to write the object name equals to curly bracket, and then within the curly bracket we need to define it. So this is the way we are defining the like a JavaScript object. So using the JavaScript object through we can also represent the like a CSS in React component. So how do we implement it? So that we'll see here practically. Okay. So now here I'm going to create one more component file. And I'm going to create like a class component. Class component name, that is nothing but like a my header extends React dot component. Import React from React. Okay. Then we are just going to write the rendered method. Curly bracket start. Inside the rendered method, we need to write it here const like a my style. We are going to create the JavaScript object. Inside the JavaScript object, we are going to define the like a property that is color. Color is suppose white. Okay. Then comma. We need to define the like a background color. So we have to write background color. C will be capital. Then value. We need to write it background color is suppose yellow. Comma. Padding. Padding we need to give it that is like a 10 pixel. Then font family. Font family. Font family is like a Arial. Okay. So like this we need to write it. Then after the rendered method, what we need to do? We have to write the like a return statement. This is close. Return. Return. Div element we need to define it. And inside the div element, we are just going to write the h1 element. And in h1 element, we have to define the like a style attribute, and we need to call the like a object name that is my style. And then here we need to write welcome to React.js. Okay. So now after that, if you want to define any paragraph, also you can write the paragraph. This is React.js styling component. Okay. Now this is that. So now after that, what we need to do? We need to export it. Export default my header. And now we need to go to the like a index.js file. Here we need to import my header. And then we have to call the like a here my header component. Okay. Got it? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is nothing but a JavaScript object through we implemented it. Yes. All the property you have to define inside the JavaScript object through, and that JavaScript object you have to call it using style attribute through. You need to call it. So we did it, JavaScript object. Next concept is called the like a CSS style. If you are creating the like a React component, okay, or any applications, by default there is a CSS file is there. Okay, app.css file is there. So you can define the like a property here also, and you can import that CSS file in your app like a component class. If you are creating any other component, okay, so you can import that CSS file. The here I'm just going to implement for the like a paragraph. Okay, so I just have to go to the app.css file. For p element, I'm going to define it border. This is normal CSS. Border is like a 5 pixel. Then color red. Then solid. Then padding like a 10 pixel. Color is like a blue. font size is large. Okay, so like this. Now we want to implement this CSS property in the like where myheader.js file. So here what we have to do, we need to import that file name. Okay, so here we need to write single quotation dot slash app.css. We just have to write it app.css. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So by default, we have the CSS file. That CSS file also we can use it and implement for the like a particular component. So we show it. Next concept is called CSS module. Another way of adding the like a style in our application by using the like a CSS module. And CSS module are the like a convenient for the like a whenever we are creating the multiple components and we want to place in a separate file. Okay, then we are using the like a CSS module concept, and it is also avoid the like a naming confliction. Same name हम लोग दो बार create नहीं कर सकते एक particular locations के अंदर एक particular folder के अंदर, but by using the like a CSS module through we can give the like a same name, but extension should be like a dot module dot css. Okay, what like for example if we have a file name is called app.css, can I create again app.css? No, I cannot create the app.css, but I can create app.module.css. Okay, the extension I need to give it app.module.css file. That is nothing but a concept. It's called CSS module. So how do we implement it? So let us see. Here I'm going to create like a file mystyle.module.css. Extension you need to give it like this .module.css. Okay, then after that what you need to do, whenever we are using the like a class selector, so always we represent with the like a dot. The dot, suppose class name I'm giving it class selector value that is like a data, curly bracket start, and here I'm just going to define the like a color. Color is the like a suppose red. Then background color I'm going to give it that is like a blue violet. Okay, then I'm going to give the like a padding is like a suppose 20 pixel. Then text align is the like a center. Then we can give it like a font family is the like a, we can select it here, this one. Okay, now this is done. Then after that what we need to do, we just have to go to the like a header component, and here I'm just going to define the one element like a, for example element I'm writing here like a h2. In the h2 element I'm writing the content that is this is CSS module in React JS. Okay, then how do we implement it? That's class selector. Then React have the class name attribute. React के अंदर क्या है? Class name attribute we need to use it, and that we need to represent with the like a curly bracket through we need to write it, and then we have to call the like a that class selector name. But before that we have to import that file. Okay, we have to import it here. Import, we are giving the like a any name styles demo. Okay, from dot slash that file name. We are not getting it.
Spelling. Style का spelling.
वो तो ऑब्जेक्ट में बना रहा हूँ ना. This is I'm creating the like a object. Okay, and that object I need to write it. Okay, even if I'm not getting it, I just have to write a my style dot module dot css. Okay. And then after that here we need to call it styles demo. Now go to the like a browser, look it. क्या क्या दिया था property that is not applying. Okay, so these things we have to call object name dot वहां पर जो नाम दिया था, what was the name we gave it in the file class selector data. Here we need to write the like a data. Yes, got it.
Yes, sir.
So this is nothing but a concept is called CSS module through we are implementing it. Okay. The inline CSS, external CSS, internal CSS. Okay, that is we are using through the like a HTML code through, and then we can also create the like a JavaScript object and CSS module we can implement it. Okay, so we'll see the like a few more example. Here I'm just going to create a like a component file. Student list dot JS. Now here I need to import React from this comma component, also we need to import it. Then after that we need to create a class student list extends react dot component, curly bracket start. Then I'm going to use the rendered method. In the rendered method I have to define the like a state props. I can define it, or state also I can use it. The const curly bracket. Here I'm going to write the like a roll number, name, then city, state, okay, equals to, I need to write this dot props. Okay, I'm going to define the like a properties. Then after that I will create a like a object, the like a const data style. Data style equals to curly bracket, border we need to write, okay, and value we need to give it here, so like a 4 pixel solid, and the will be like a green, comma, then width colon, width will be like a 20 pixel, comma, list style type we need to also give it, list style type. Okay, list style type CSS में कब यूज करते हैं हम लोग? When we use list style type, when we use this property like a CSS property. Yes, everyone listening? Yes, you guys are listening or not?
Yes.
हाँ, तो कब यूज करते हैं हम लोग लिस्ट स्टाइल टाइप?
UL ordered list, unordered list.
If you want to display or non display,
Don't want to display the list.
don't want to display the list bulleted list style.
हाँ, bulleted list
स्टाइल नहीं डिस्प्ले करने के लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं. ओके, here I just have to give the like a better name, it's like a US style, and then I'm going to create it here the like a object const lifestyle equals to curly bracket color color is the like a blue. Okay, then comma, font size we are giving it here like a 20 pixel. Okay, then we need to write the like a return parenthesis, and then we have to define it here ul element. Here we need to use the like a style attribute, and we need to call the like a that is like a ul style object, and inside the ul we are going to define write li, and here also we need to write the like a style attribute, and we need to call the object that is called the list style, and we are giving it here the like a roll number, and so we need to present the like a value here that is nothing but a roll number. Same as we need to write for other properties. It will be like a name, properties name will be like a name, city, properties value that is name is the city, state, properties name is a state. Okay, now this is done. So now what we need to do, we need to export it, export default student list. Then after that, what we need to do, we just have to go to the like a our main component, that is like a app component is also there. Okay, and here inside return statement, before that I have to import it student list, and then here I need to call the like a student list component, and then I have to define the like a value for the property name equals to like a Rishikesh. Then before the name there is a like a roll number. Roll number equals to like a 100. Then city equals to like a Alibag. State equals to like a MH. And after that, what we need to do, we need to close this like a component. Okay. Same as if you want to represent multiple value, so again we have to write this component. Now we just have to change the like a value here. 101 Sahil Panvel 102 Vishal Ane 103 Pallavi Dadar. This is done. Okay. Now we have to just go to the like a index.js file, and here we need to import or call it that is app component. Now go to the like a browser, यहाँ पर width कम हो गया, width थोड़ा ज्यादा देना है हमें, 40% width, और यहाँ पर font size 25 पिक्सल. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. किसी को कुछ डाउट यहाँ पर? Yes, Vishal, Rishikesh. Yes, Vishal, are you listening? Vishal is not present. Okay, Rishikesh, Avanti, Akash.
Clear, sir.
No.
Okay, Om. Okay, the next we are going to create one more example. Okay. Here I'm going to give the like a component name, like a number value .js. Now, what we need to do, first we have to import React from this, as well as we need to import component. Then after that, we need to create like a class, like a number value extends react dot component, curly bracket start. And here I'm just going to declare the like a static properties. To define the static properties, we need to create a write the static keyword, and properties name I'm writing default props. Default props I'm writing it equals to curly bracket start, and then we need to write the here title, and value title I'm giving that is like a suppose student roll number, student roll number, then comma, and numbers I'm going to use it here with square bracket, array type representation 1 2 3 4 5. Then after that, what we need to do, we have to give the semicolon. Then we need to write the like a rendered method, render, and in the rendered method we have to define the like a object const, and then number style equals to curly bracket. Here we need to give the like a border value will be like a 2 pixel, solid, and then gray color. Then border radius value will be like a 10 pixel. Then width value is the like a 40 em. Okay, em format also we can give it. Text align that is like a center, and then margin property value will be like a, that is 1 em auto. Okay, we are setting it. Then padding property value is like a 1 em also, 0, 2 em, and then 0. Left, right, top, bottom, all padding we are setting it here. Okay. Then this is done. The next, after that, what we need to do, we just have to write the return. And in the return statement, we have to define the like a one div element. And here we are just going to write the like a style attribute, and we need to call the like a, that is number style. And inside the like a here div element, also we need to write the h3 element, and we are just going to write it the properties to be displayed of the title. So we need to write it here, this dot props dot title. We are going to display it. Then we need to write it here another div element, and here we need to display the like a, that is number data. We have to iterate it and display it. For that we need to write the this dot props dot like a numbers dot, there is a map function to iterate all the element, and we have to pass the like a parameter, that is n, and we'll make it as a like a arrow functions curly bracket start it. And then here we need to represent that data in the form of like a another component through. So here I'm just going to create one more component, and ball.js. So first of all, I have to import React, as well as I need to import component. Then we have to create a like a class ball extends React dot component curly bracket start rendered method curly bracket start it here. Here we need to create the like a object that is called the like a ball style equals to curly bracket start it background color. Okay, background color will be like a suppose tomato. Then border radius value will be like a 50%. Circle type we are going to make it. Then we need to give the like a width equals to like a 3 em. Then height value should be like a, that is like a 2.25 em. Then we need to give the like a text align is the like a center. Text align is the like a center. Then we need to give the like a padding top value will be like a, that is like a 0.75 em. 0.75 em. Then we need to write padding top हो गया. Margin right display property value will be like a, that is the display property value should be like a inline block. Then margin right. Margin right property value will be like a 0.5 em. Then we need to set for the like a, that is like a margin top property value will be like a 1 em. Then we need to set for the like a color property value will be like a white, and then font weight weight font weight property value will be like a bold. Then font size property value we need to set there, that is 1.5 em. Now this is done. Semicolon, return parenthesis, and then we have to just define the one div element, and here we are just going to write the like a style attribute, and we need to call the like a object, that is ball style, and here we need to call the properties, that is this dot props dot num. And now we are passing as a like a properties here the num. Okay, now this is done. Now we need to export it. Export default ball. Now in this component we need to be call it inside the where number value. So here I need to be call it. Okay, this ball component. So where inside the like a div element we have to call the like a ball component, but before that we need to import it. Import ball. And here we need to pass the like a props name, that is called the like a num. Okay, with the like a curly bracket we have to pass it and then close it here. Now this is done. Now after that what we need to do, we just have to like a call it inside the like a one main component we need to call it, where that is like a app.js file. App.js file. Here first of all I need to import it, like import which one, that is a number. Okay, I have not export it, I think number value component. Yes, I need to export it first. Export default number value. Then we have to just go to the like a here to import it. Number value. Now we need to call it inside the div element. Number value. Okay, and then we don't have to pass any properties also. Again, I'm going to call the like a number value, and here I need to pass the like a title. And title I'm going to give it suppose Prognoz tag private limited. This should be the like a title. Okay, with number value. Now this is done. Student roll number value we are not getting it. Why? We have imported it. This dot props dot numbers. Okay, it is not curly bracket, it is parenthesis. Yes. Look at it. Got it? Understood? Everything is we are doing through the like a CSS. यहाँ पर radius use किया है. Okay, to make it round shape of the particular number. Any doubt, anyone? If you have, here you can ask me. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग ने बॉल कंपोनेंट बनाया है एंड बॉल कंपोनेंट के अंदर हम लोग ने एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया जावास्क्रिप्ट ऑब्जेक्ट. वी आर डिफाइनिंग ऑल द प्रॉपर्टीज. ओके, like a background color, border radius, width, height, text align, padding, top, display, margin to right, margin top, color, font weight, font size. And then we are just going to define call the like a here ball style object, and then we are assigning to the like a properties that is num. And this component we are going to call it in the where number value. In the number value component, what we have defined? We have defined the ones that is like a title properties. Okay, student roll number, and numbers we are defining that is like a 1 2 3 4 5. And also we are creating the like a number style object, defining the like a border radius, width, text align, margin, and padding. And now inside the return statement we are just calling the like a number style object, and then we are going to define represent the title properties using the S3 element. And in the another div element we are calling the like a numbers which we have defined the like a properties in the form of a array, and that we can read all the element by using the map function. In React.js have the like a inbuilt function is called the map. Using the map through we can iterate all the data. Those who have done the like a Angular, in Angular there is a ng for directive you are using it in Angular. But in React we are using the like a map function, and then we are calling the like a ball component and passing the properties as a nums which is going to represent it here. And in the main component that is we are importing it here. एक बार तो हम लोग ने डिफॉल्ट स्टाइल को ले लिया, that is student roll number. Another is like a we are defining the title that is Prognoz Private Limited. So both we are getting it here. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The things is the what you just have to like implement it. Okay, because everything you are implementing CSS through how to make it.